Warning, sarcastic commentary, spontaneous references, and random theories ahead. Watch at your own risk.
Well, hello everybody, this is Discombobulate Gamer, and welcome back to Fatal 12 Part 4. Sorry, it took me a minute to think about it. Welcome back. Now, a couple of things before we jump into this. I hope you've been watching the previous episodes. There's a lot been going on. I'll try to summarize it for you, but there's a lot. The other thing is that, as you may have noticed from the YouTube videos, basically what happened with this game is that I received it early from the Sekai Project, which was amazing. If you guys are watching this from the Sekai Project, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And I started recording it with the plan to release it as soon as the press release wore off. As soon as I was allowed to release, I was going to start putting out videos about it. And then I had a couple of major things happen in my life that I'm not necessarily at liberty to talk about. And unfortunately, I had to put a pause on just about all of my streaming, all of my recording. And I've slowly been getting back into it, but now I'm just now getting back into Fatal 12. So it has been like 6 months? Is that even right? Something like 6 months since I last played this game, which should not have happened. It's horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do my best to make sure that doesn't happen again, but I wasn't planning on life turning out the way it did, and sometimes we all need to take breaks, and that's okay. I feel like this music in the background is the perfect music for this kind of talk. But anyway, so I'm jumping back into this. So my apologies if, it sounds a little bit different. I'm recording in a different area now. I'm recording in a different space. So if the audio sounds slightly different, if my voice sounds a little bit different, or if it takes me a little bit longer to get back into this game, I've tried to go through and rewatch everything and kind of get back into the swing of things. I'm still horrible at remembering names, so that hasn't changed. But I'm really looking forward to getting back into this. So we are playing as this character, Rinka, who died, but then somehow didn't die. So it's quite interesting. So we're going to find out what is going on. We still don't have a good feel for what's going on. And it's going to be exciting. And we have a couple of good friends, one of which is crushing on us pretty hardcore, and we are completely oblivious to it. We've been having weird dreams. We found a weird book with cards in it, with people's names and faces and stuff on it. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm really excited to see where this goes. I've been told by some of you guys who are watching on YouTube that this isn't really a romance visual novel, which makes me happy, and that this is more of like a story of survival, which is really encouraging to me because I don't play a whole lot of romance visual novels, and I definitely prefer games that, while they may have a romantic subplot, I prefer games that the overall story is about something, I don't want to say bigger than love. I don't want to say that because love is pretty big. Something different, I'll say. But let's jump back into this. The first thing I do when I get home is to take a good shower. Today has been absolutely exhausting, so my body insists that I dive straight into bed afterwards. Not exactly rolling in money, so I couldn't buy much, but I did come home with something precious. I'm sure I don't need to say what it is either. My gran even gets back to me about relatively cheap and tasty beans, as well as a way for beginners to make decent drip coffee. School's back in session tomorrow as well, so I need to make sure I teach Naomi properly. Once I hop into bed, my eyes are drawn to a certain book on my bookshelf. I still haven't told Naomi about the cards inside. I should do that when she comes over to learn the coffee brewing technique. I turn my light off, ready to fall asleep. Are we gonna get another dream? I find myself repeating the same thing I said a few moments ago. We're still a ways off from the fireworks display in August, but I'm already looking forward to it. There's no doubt we'll do plenty of other stuff before that too. So, I figure, anyway. I still have no idea what is in store for me. I never even consider the possibility of my daily life being disrupted by something far beyond my imagination. Girl, you should totally consider it, because it's gonna happen. ... More dots. Morning already? Nope. It doesn't feel like I've been asleep very long, but that might just be because I was so exhausted last night. Okay, this isn't cool anymore.
最後のお一人ですわね。一番様。
Okay. I am wrong. I haven't woken up. This is the same thing that's been happening to me these last few days. I'm still asleep, and yet conscious for some reason. Slowly but surely, I open my eyes. Oh wow, this is beautiful. The sight that greets me is one that I could never have imagined. A number of gears float amidst infinite darkness. I gaze up and notice a faint ray of light piercing said darkness. Then it finally registers that I'm standing up, not lying down. I find myself on a circular platform about 3 meters in diameter. A witness stand, like one you'd see in court, is attached to the platform. I've only ever seen one in the news and on TV shows. Even more baffling is that this platform seems to be floating. It's attached to a much larger circle, but floats independently of it. This is just one of 12 platforms by my count, all of which are arranged within a larger circular pattern, like a clock's face. As if in support of this analogy, the platform on which I stand is labeled with a Roman numeral 1. In the center of these concentric circles are massive clock hands, slowly ticking away. I knew it! I knew it! I knew she was in the same boat as we were. I inhale sharply the moment I hear that voice. The platform beside me, which would be Roman numeral 2, has none other than Miharu standing on it. Miharu is the girl that has a crush on us. But she didn't know that we were actually dead. Okay then. A voice I don't recognize stops me. I look in the direction from which it comes, only to see a small girl with white hair. Yeah, that's a good question. We gotta figure that out. Unlike the rest of us, she isn't standing on a circular platform. She's walking around on nothing at all. She takes another step forward, stopping on the subsection attaching our platforms together. The hem of her skirt flutters up slightly, which reveals her slender thighs. Her hair is as fluffy as her clothes, the latter of which resembles the attire worn by a foreign noble. The hat nestled on her tiny head is kind of cute too. Our eyes meet as we turn to face one another. Gotcha! Alright, Miss Goddess of Destiny. We can do that. Poor Rinka.
どうやらあなたは死のショックで記憶が一部抜けてしまっているようですわね。あなたにも説明をして差し上げたと思うのですけれど、仕方がないのでもう一度だけ説明しましょう。
Yes, please repeat yourself, Miss Goddess of Destiny.
説明？死のショック？ごめん、そもそも全然意味がわからないんだけど。黙って聞いてくださいますか？
Okay. She sighs again, obviously unimpressed. Her attitude towards me, despite her being visibly younger, makes me want to keep interrupting her. However, as the player of the game, I feel that interrupting the character who has introduced herself as the Goddess of Destiny, who clearly has our fate in her hands at the moment, and she wants to give us plot, I don't think interrupting her continuously would be a good idea. Let's not, please, Rinka.
君は忘れていたから、この数日間普通でいられたんだね。君は君のためにこのまま話を聞いた方がいい。でも言い方を変えよう。そうしてくれ。わかった。
I like the voice acting in this game.
よろしいかしら。もしよろしければ他の皆様もおさらいしてくださいな。
She makes her way along a clock hand to the center of the clock face. She continues her explanation mid-step, her tone as elegant as they come.
女神の選定、それはあなた方因果の時を等しく持つ方々が各々の 死の運命を回避するための儀式ですわ。
Okay, fascinating.
先ほども申し上げましたが、私は運命の女神パルカ。これより12回の日曜日という本日を除くと残り11回の短い間で。
Oops, I didn't mean to skip it. I'm sorry. She reaches the center of the clock by the time she finishes her self-introduction. She then stands tall, pinches her skirt, and bobs a curtsy to us before continuing her explanation.
選定の終了にあたる12週間後、あなた方12人は同じ瞬間、同じ場所にいるはずでした。
But...
けれども、その結果にたどり着くことなく、あなた方の命は終了してしまったのです。場所こそバラバラでも、くしくも全く同じ時間に。
Ooh, fascinating.
その時こそ因果の時。
I like her purple eyes. The juncture of causality. Okay. Call it whatever you want, but I'm struggling to keep up. You and me both, girl. If what she's saying is true, then me and Miharu, not to mention the others here, we're dead. Yeah, Rinka, that's what she's saying, and it is true. That can't be right, though. I've been living my life normally until now. So, am I a ghost? That makes even less sense. Confused though I may be, I listen to what this girl has to say.
因果の時において場所は重要ではないのですわ。なぜなら死の瞬間、あなた方の意識は現実から乖離する。刑事下の存在から刑事上の存在へと昇華したのですから。生きているあなた方も時々は刑事上へと意識が移動することがあったでしょう。
Okay.
ここは夢の世界と呼びましょうか。
I can do that. We're in the dream
人
world.
々の集合無意識の世界でもあり、いくつもの平行世界でもあり、あなた方それぞれの精神世界でもある。不安定で実存のない世界。
Okay, so that's a little bit more to figure out. Okay, so the world, it's a parallel world to our world, but it's also like individual mental worlds, which is when we're sleeping. So it's a world comprised of everybody when they're sleeping, basically. Okay.
存在するかも不確かな世界をあなた方が認識できるように、私はこの運命の大広間を作って差し上げました。
Okay. I think I'm following you. I take in my surroundings. No walls, no ceiling. Calling this place a court does feel fitting, considering how odd it is.
名付けこそ実存しないものに存在と意味を与える最も単純で最も強力な方法ですわ。
Ooh,
お分かりいただけたでしょ？
that's an interesting thought. Bestowing a name upon that which does not exist is the simplest, most effective way to instill meaning. So like an idea, for example. I mean, an idea does exist, but it doesn't exist in the physical world, if that makes any sense. We may have an idea, but there's not a physical representation of that idea. When we name it, it somehow has a meaning behind it. Interesting. Alright, let's continue.
ごたくはいい。早く指名させろ。
Okay. A man's voice cuts in as if to silence Parka? Parsa? I'm gonna say Parka. Sorry. The voice originated from the platform to my right, emblazoned with the Roman numeral 12. The man standing there has brown skin. He's tall and muscular with a hardened face. I assume he's from the Middle East. Actually, wait a minute. Isn't it odd that both Parka and this guy can speak Japanese? Why didn't I realize that sooner? Everyone sounded so natural that the thought never crossed my mind.
焦ってもいいことはありません。説明はここからが大事なのですから。
She gives a stern yet composed warning.
話を戻しましょう。あなた方12人の中で運命の先に進めるのは1人だけです。
Okay.
選定期間中こそあなた方の死因となった出来事はなかったことになっていますが、
Okay, so
最
it's
後に残る1人以外は結果的に本来の死の運命に戻りますわ。
so it's basically the Hunger Games. except, like, after death. I can work with this.
誰かが脱落した段階でこの世界はその人が本来の時に死んだ世界に書き換わります。運命が巻き戻り
This is
限
gonna
定
be...
期間になしたことが失われるということですわね。
This is gonna be fascinating. I also have to say, I adore her voice actress. Like, she sounds so cheerful and innocent, but she's kind of got this, like, this cold underlying tone. It's awesome.
そして因果の時から選定終了までの期間
And
あ
this...
なた方は断りを外れた存在と思っていただいて構いませんわ。
Sorry, as someone who doesn't speak Japanese at all, I am having trouble following, like, when she's going to stop, and I try to predict it, and I fail. But I was gonna say, I adore this music, too. This music is fantastic.
つまりこの女神の選定以外の理由で死ぬことは決してない。死なない程度の怪我ならしてしまうかもしれませんけれど
So, because we're already dead, we are now immortal until you kill us. Fair enough.
おまぬけの一番様、これであなたもお分かりでしょ。
Oh, dear, I have many, many, many questions. She shoots me a sharp glance before she continues to speak. Much as I'd rather not, it's hard to feign ignorance after hearing her explain things this much. I'm feigning ignorance because I don't understand enough.
12人が殺し合う。
So, oh, why did I start reading that?
90% 正解ですわ。けれどもあくまで9割。実際に殺し合うなんて野蛮な方法は取りません。あなた方にはお互いを殺すのではなく
Oh, man.
脱落させ合っていただきます。だってあなた方はもう死んでいるのですから。
This is dark.
闇だね。
Miharu and I aren't the only ones to react either. The others have their own thoughts to share on the matter, too. Parka's voice, along with all of ours, resounds through the court as we can hear each other speak. I don't have it in me to take a good look at all the others gathered. My eyes are glued to the person on platform 6. She sits in the fetal position, lifeless, almost as if asleep. I go back to focusing on Parka after that in an attempt to take my mind off the uneasiness welling up in me. I can decide whether or not to believe this after she finishes.
選定の参加者を脱落させる方法は3枚のカードを集めること。
Okay.
あなた方一人一人には現在、過去、未来を示す使命、死因、未練の3枚のカードが割り振られています。
Okay, we have those.
自分の情報が書かれた自身のカードをお持ちでしょうから、それは分かっていることでしょう。
Yeah, we do have that.
全く手がかりがないところからでは選定が進みません。皆様には自身のカード以外に他の参加者のカードをランダムに3枚ずつ配っていますわ。
Yep, we do.
そしてこれからはカードを自らの手で集めていただきます。選定の参加者
Oh,
それぞれ
okay.
の情報を知ったとき、情報という概念はカードという実存に変わります。
Oh, this is awful. So we have to find information about these people, which in turn, so that information will basically be physically represented by a card. And if we get 3 cards of a certain kind, we can kill somebody. Oh, this is horrible. Is that why Miharu was trying to, like, act like she had a crush on us? Was she just trying to get information on us so she could kill us? Oh, Miharu, I liked you!
世界、この夢の世界ではなく現実世界で情報を集めるのです。そうすれば自然とカードを取得することができます。
Sure, without any issues at all. Got it.
つなぐもの、カードブックはすでにあなた方の手にあります。ほら、ここにも。
This music is amazing. I cast my eyes down as she mentions the book. What I initially thought was some kind of handrail is actually a book stand. Resting upon it is a single book. An auburn-colored cover with gold leaf gears decorating it.
ナオミと見た。どうしてここに？
Rinka, she just told you, dear. I open it up, only to discover that it's identical to the one at the Lion House. A bright light pours from it all of a sudden. I close my eyes on instinct and slowly open them again when I notice the light gradually fading away. What greets me now are 4 cards, one lined up beside another, floating above the book itself. 1. Name, Shishimai Rinka. 3. Name, Federico Carminati. 4. Cause of death, fire. 5. No, hang on. 9. Regret, gold medal. So, okay, so each card you have to get three things on the card. The name, the regret, and the cause of death. Got it. Each card has its own details written on them. Only one card has my own information on it, though. Maybe that's thanks to my memory being fuzzy? The other 3 have information on the others, so 4 total. I catch myself peeking over at Miharu, but I can't see anything due to the light pouring from her book.
自分以外にはカードの情報も何枚持っているかすらも見えないってことだね。だからそっちの本の周りは光ってて見えないんだ。
Miharu gives a concise explanation of her discovery. She must have noticed me looking over at her. Meanwhile, Parka pays us no mind, opting instead to continue her explanation.
指名の順番は皆様が意思表示をした後に決まりますわ。あなた方に割り振られた番号によって指名ができなくなることはありません。
The election order. Okay, I need some information.
指名した相手が自身を指名していたとき、自身のカード1枚を参加者全員へオープンにした方が指名する権利を得ることができます。
I don't understand, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. She continues her explanation to proclaim that if both reveal a personal card, they are required to reveal another. Okay, so we pick somebody. Okay, I think I get it. If both parties reveal all 3 cards, a stalemate occurs, which results in all other participants receiving their information and running the risk of being elected, nothing more. We only have 3 pieces of information, so revealing just one is tricky enough. Conversely, if you refuse to reveal a personal card, then you'll be eliminated. I've only got 1 personal card. What's up with that? Parker moves on before I can ask.
他にご注意いただきたいこと。例えば、1番様が12番様を指名、3番様が1番様を指名した場合、1番様が12番様を脱落させた後、1番様は3番様によって脱落させられますわ。
Okay, I think I understand.
指名の意思表示をした後、指名は割り振られた番号の順番に行います。これが基本のルールですわ。
Ay. Okay. This is crazy.
1番様が12番様を、12番様が3番様を指名した場合、1番様が12番様を脱落させてしまうと、3番様の指名はなくなってしまいます。
Okay, I think that makes sense. It's basically first come, first serve. So obviously, if I kill somebody who's going to kill somebody else on their turn, then the second person's not going to get attacked, basically.
このようにねじれが生まれるとき、脱落者が最も多くなるように順番は入れ替わりますわ。
Lovely. Hearing her explain all that makes me realize the meaning behind these cards. Finally, Rinka! I ended up dying at some point without realizing it, and now I'm being forced to take part in this ordeal. It's why I was given these cards. Ya think? She calls it divine selection, but this whole other thing, collecting cards and eliminating others, it's practically a game. A hunger game. A game with our futures at stake. Gathering information on complete strangers isn't an easy task, but so long as you can manage that, then...
3つの情報を知られたらおしまいってことでしょ。そんなの防御策というのがあるらしい。
Yeah, and this is why Miharu was trying to get close to us. My eyes are fixed to Miharu after hearing her, as I hope she'll continue.
自分を脱落させようと指名してきた相手のカードを3枚持っていること、その3枚のカードを捧げる、消滅させることで身を守れるらしい。指名してきた相手のカードも消滅するということだね。
Okay, I think I get it.
指名された側は指名してきた相手を今後指名できなくなる代わりに、その相手にも指名されなくなる。
Okay.
だしその場合指名者は自身のカードを参加者全員に1枚オープンにすることで相手の防御を打ち破れる。合っているね。
I think I get it.
ねえ、あなたはきちんと覚えていらっしゃるようで安心いたしましたわ。
It's complicated, but I think I'm getting it.
もしその2人が最後の2人になったらどうなるの？
I'm already calling it. Rinka and Miharu are going to be the last two participants. Maybe not.
それはその時が来たら説明しますわ。
Either they're going to be the last two participants or Miharu's going to die like midway to the end. She's going to sacrifice herself for us. She makes it clear that she has nothing else to add. I try to interject, but she ignores me.
もう一つ指名されても脱落しないケー
Ooh.
スがあるね。
Give me information. A grin flashes across Parka's face in response.
例えばある人物を別の2人が同時に指名する場合、この時指名の優先権の奪い合いが発生する。条件はさっきと同じ。自身のカードを1枚参加者全員へオープンにすること。
Oh yeah, she's totally going to sacrifice herself for us.
どちらも自身のカードをオープンにしないで優先権を取らなかったら
Oops, I didn't mean to skip it.
それは悪くはないようですわね。その通りですわ。
Miharu closes her book when she notices Parka is about to continue her explanation. I try to close mine, but it forces itself back open until the cards can make their way back inside. After they have, I can close it just fine. Seeing real objects behave like a smartphone app is a bit weird. Just a little bit.
一夜で指名を行えるのは一人につき1回までというのもお忘れなく。
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
そして全員の指名の意思を確認してから実際の指名に移ります。
Okay.
指名者が自身のカードをオープンにしたことにより別の参加者がその方のカードが3枚揃ったとしても実際に指名を行えるのは次の前提からですわ。
Okay, I think I gotcha. Looks like there's a proper procedure for all of this. Yeah, this is... I need a rule book, please. First, everyone has to decide if they want to elect someone, and once they've made that choice, the election itself begins. I can tell that the rules she's explaining are vital, so I try my best to keep up, despite my persistent confusion.
指名して相手を脱落させると皆様にもメリットがございますわ。
Alright, what do we gain?
それは脱落させた相手からカードを1枚取得することができるということです。代わりに
いい加減もういいだろ。
12. Chill. The same voice that interrupted her earlier speaks out again.
いや、やめて。始まったら私。
Oh dear.
やだ、ビル。
Oh. Oh no.
黙れ。女神、君もこの調子では話を続けられないだろう。
The man clearly has no sympathy for the woman pleading with him. In fact, he seems to feel nothing at all, much like Parka.
もう仕方がありませんね。いいでしょう。
I feel horrible for 6. I want to save 6. Can we save
それ
6?
より今宵の選定を開始しますわ。
I know, she's a goner. He's totally gonna kill her. I can't recall much of what happens next. Really? Once the man on the platform 12 elects the woman on platform 6, they are both raised upwards and out of sight. Not long after, platform 12 descends with the man on it. I assume it means that he has all 3 of her cards and has succeeded in eliminating her. After he returns, I think he shows a card to Parka and claims it is the name of numeral 8. Having to say which card you take is probably what you would have explained if he hadn't interrupted her earlier. Which means everyone else gets to know the card you claimed.
心配なさらなくてもこの時間はあなた方の眠りの時間。現実の時間とは異なる狭間の時ですわ。つまり目を覚ませばいつもの朝。
So I have a question now. Like, okay, so for Miharu, for example, we know Miharu's name. But we don't have a card with Miharu's name on it. How does that work? Because we obviously have to get the information, but then we have to have it somehow? Maybe Miharu's name is not Miharu.
それでは今宵の脱落者は1名。これをもって選定を終了といたしましょう。
I felt bad for 6. My consciousness begins to fade when she says that. The sensation is similar to when you start falling asleep. My train of thought has completely stopped at that point, though.
受け入れる方が無理だろう。
Yes, Rinka, fight the system! Not a single thing about it. Oh, man. I'm checking something real quick. Alright, you know what? We've been not streaming. We've been recording now for about 30 minutes. I think that's probably a good place to end this for tonight. Or for today. I'm recording at night. You're not going to be watching this at night, though. You're going to be watching it in the morning sometime. Or maybe it will be at night for you. When I release it on YouTube, it'll be morning for me. But it very well could be night for you. Depends on where you're watching this from. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is fascinating. I know I kind of poke a little fun at it, but this is really interesting so far. I really like this idea of gathering information on people, and that's our key to survival. This is going to be fascinating, because this now changed everything. The fact that Miharu was being so nice to us, it could just be that she was trying to get information from us. Man, okay. But that's where I'm going to call it here for tonight, for today, whatever time it is for you. I hope you guys are all having a lovely day, night, time, whatever it is for you. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys soon for I guess we'll be on part 5. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.